Hello everyone, this is the master teacher Serene. Welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to answer the question about Japan. The question is, why do most Japanese workers work the same jobs for more than 20 years, and which is something that doesn't often happen in the Western world. So I'm going to answer these questions accordingly to how I see it, and technically I would focus more on the type of government that is here, and the cultural backgrounds and the experiences or the ethics that they've gotten here. So first of all, about the government, the Japanese system is kind of based on sort of a hierarchy, or there is no really democracy here. It's more like a autocracy. There is one executive, maybe on the top there, and the rest are just receiving orders. So basically, it's the purpose is for harmony. Harmony is something very important in part of the way they lead their leadership here, and so conformity, harmony, all of them have to be one, and they only have one supreme leader, supreme executive power. So it comes from the top boss, and then it comes down, and from the bottom everyone does the same. And you will notice people here tend to act the same way, do the same thing, and whatever the thing it is. So this will lead me to say that most of them work for more than 20 hours the same job because they trust their leaders. They believe in their leaders as if they were God. You will see here right now in Japan, a lot of things are happening, but no one is complaining because it's seen to be bad for them to criticize any authority that they have. You cannot question anything. You just have to obey because they believe that this is the best for them. They believe that their leaders, their government, is looking out for them. So they don't need to worry about anything. So basically, when they go for jobs, their managers tell them that, you know what, if you work with us for like 20 hours, for like 20 years, your life will not be the same again. You will not regret anything. You will be supported because you are part of us. And so basically they trust their managers, they trust their leaders. And not only that, it is seen to be kind of bad to be changing jobs all the time. Maybe at some point, because they are so united at some point, that if you change jobs, the next job you're going to go for, they ask you, why did you quit your next job, like your last job? And then by the time you discover, maybe you might not be able to get a job again, because they are all like, remember, it's only one leader at the top there. So if you've been accepted in one of their workforce here, so basically you have to go with them, because first of all, you don't want to question anything that is happening. They pay you low or whatever they think it is. You don't need to question anything because you believe it's best for you and for the country. Secondly, you are maybe scared or afraid to not be regarded as conforming, as being part of, because first of all, it's very complicated here to belong. So when you are accepted as a part of a society, so you got to go with them because they become your second family. Now let's go about the cultural kind of thing. In terms of culture, even marriages and the way the Japanese people live their life, Asians in general, compared to the Western world, they tend to work or to invest in things on the long run, right? On the long run. So that's also, for example, for American, they want to be rich now, or most of us, we want things now. Japan or China, they plan their country things for more than 50 years, 20 years from now. They are not just working for today, So because America, they might destroy other people, these countries, and all those other Western countries. And then because they want to get rich now, or they might sacrifice everything, or if they don't feel comfortable into something, they just move on because they believe they have the power to do whatever they feel like doing. Here, the people don't really have the power, but they believe that together they are working for the best for their country. So most likely the country has already provided for them for more than 20 years. Yeah, so what I was saying is like, you see here in terms of cultural thinking, even in marriages, you see here cheating is something normal, right? Because they don't believe like a 20 minutes kind of thingy or, can break a marriage, right? So the Western world, they want to compete. They want things now. They want, they want to win. Here, it's more like they have the future. They think about the future, and that's pretty much it for them. So basically, they are thinking about long, for long-term kind of thingy. Even their businesses, their business management system is kind of made up. Their recruitment, they always look for people that would work for at least 3 years. Most of their jobs here. So you can see, but in America, it's like, the boss, in the first place, they don't really care to fire you. Right here, most of the jobs, you will notice that they don't like to fire people. If you're part of them, they will train you, they will make you overwork, but they will not fire you unless you really don't want to make some effort, right? So the part that I don't like maybe is the fact that some of them, they are told to be overworking. Meanwhile, they will not be making more money. So it's like, you work more, you still get the same. But technically, they are kind of praising work ethics here, which is good. But if they would, very few of them get promoted in the same jobs they work for like 20 years. Very few of them, just people, they've been working the same job for 100 years. Some people, they get promoted, but the promotion too maybe might increase maybe just $1 on your. But for them, like those respect thingy you get from being a supervisor, for being this and that, it's kind of fulfilled them. So they have been convinced to be content with whatever positions the government puts them in. And some of them, they are so proud of what the government, what Japan is to them. So they don't want to explore more. They don't want to take risks. That's the word that I was looking for. Risks is not part of their cultures. They are very calculated. Like, they calculate mostly things 20 years from now, but the people that do the calculations for them are mainly their leaders. The workforce just follow along. So to summarize my answer to this question, why do Japanese people work more than 20 years the same job? I believe it's because they trust their government. They believe their government is like God to them. By government, I mean leadership, yeah? Whatever they are. Because at the top of the things, the main leader is, is hierarchy kind of thing. But some of them follow the same patterns. They all have the same main source of leadership. So when I say government, I'm talking about starting from the top to the business owners here. How many entrepreneurs are here? There are not so many entrepreneurs here because it's not something that is very much empowered here. They prefer things that would run forever, and everyone is just coming to feed from that same source than to take risks and you go out there and get into businesses and all that. Or, if you go ask for advices from Japanese people, they might just tell you that it's not going to work, because the economy is not doing well and that and this and that. But because the rich people here are the same rich people that have been rich forever, and the majority is just following. So that what I'm saying is, like, they trust their government so much that they don't want to get rich. They just want to have a normal life. They want to have they want to eat their how do we call that, their ramen, their yaka, whatever they think. They want to eat that every day, because the government is providing that for them, and the little they got here, the better they are. And mostly I would say Japan has a very low rate of poverty, so which can be explained by the fact that all of them are average, the majority are average, and the government is feeding at least everyone one spoon. Maybe some people are getting 2 spoons, 3 spoons, but they are very few, because entrepreneurs here are very few and it's not very much encouraged. They want them to work for the government, work for the country. The purpose is the country. The purpose is Japan. What the government has told them that, you know what, we work together and this and that. And so they are working for the country, they're working for public concerns. Even their management system at work and all that, you will see at some point, we might be thinking that they overwork and all that, but they care about the people at some point, because see their welfare here, health thingy, they care about the people at some point, more than in America. Yeah, like in America, if you're strong, if like the Western world, if you're strong, if you are smart, if you get into a good crew, you will survive. But here, the government protects people. The government gives you the pension system here is better than most countries like America, England, or most of those Western countries, right? Because they make them overwork, but at least they provide a little bit for them too, which is great. So I would say the government has convinced them that they don't have to question anything. They just have to go with the flow. Whatever job you get, work for it. It's your family, and your future will be best with them. And not only that, the cultural thing, they tend to think of long-term relationships, long-term things. Even to make friends here takes a lot of time, minimum 10 years for you to get to know a friend, unless you guys go get drunk every day. But even that, after the drinks are over, it's over. Like it's all back to zero again. So they think of long-term kind of thingy. Yeah. So the cultural thingy, marriages, they cheat, and they're still together. It's a normal thing to them. They are, like at work as well. You might not be good at your work. They might not fire you. They'll make you overwork, get trained until you get there. So in America, they fire you the same day, right? So it's a different thing. Eh? Thanks for watching. Please subscribe to my channel to support. It's still a small channel. And yeah, so that was it for today. Thanks for watching. Goodbye. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night, wherever you are watching from all over the world. See you.